Captain Ross Robertson here. I'm going to tell you about a product that you may or may not know about. It's the FishHawk X4. And this is basically a speed and temperature probe. And a lot of salmon guys know about this, and even walleye guys, you really should be looking at using one of these. It's going to tell you what your speed is down, let's say 20, 30 feet. And a lot of times you're going to actually find that your surface speed, if it's 2 miles an hour, your lure may be only doing 1.5 miles an hour, or sometimes even faster depending on the current. It's also going to tell you the temperature, so you can find where that temperature break is at, which is obviously really critical for salmon and steelhead, but even for walleyes. You can find that thermocline when it's just barely present, and a lot of times that just 1 degree temperature range that you're not going to see on your graph is really going to make a big difference. But what I'm going to show you here is a little trick to use this for your small boat. Like my Ranger 621, I still want all the features that this offers, but I make this mobile so I don't have to put all this stuff on and be stuck with it. And what you want to do is just simply get a couple hose clamps. This transducer here, I put this on my trolling motor on the front, and this is going to be the receiver. It's also going to act as my surface speed, which I don't use the surface speed myself. I just look at my speed over ground on my GPS. A couple of these hose clamps like this, put that in your bow mount, boom. Don't have to mount anything on your boat. Second thing you do is you can make a poor man's downrigger. Basically, I take a short rod and I rig up this probe right to it, and instead of using a giant downrigger ball, I use a torpedo and a handful of different things. You can obviously use this right on a downrigger, on a small manual downrigger if you're going to use it all the time. But this just keeps another thing where I don't have to have a lot of extra gear in my boat. One thing that's really nice about this is not only can you see everything, make sure it's, it's working, but it runs on AA batteries, and you don't have to worry about turning anything on and off. It works on the pressure of water. Once it's in the water, it's on. When it's out of the water, it's off, which is a super big deal. You don't have to worry about batteries. You can see, make sure that no water is getting there. It's completely sealed. And this is actually going to give you both your speed and your temperature reading at whatever depth that you're at. Keep moving it up and down. It'll make a big difference for you. The other thing that the X4 has, which is newer, has this nice little weatherproofing, because in an open boat like mine, something like this really helps keep all the weather off of it. The other thing is, a lot of these speed and temperature probes back in the day had a tiny little screen. You can see how huge this is. It actually has a liquid crystal blue background. I can see this in midnight. Really large display, makes it a lot easier. So next time you guys are out, especially on bigger lakes or anywhere where you're going to have any type of thermocline or need to know your speed more than 20 feet down, what your lure is actually doing, look at getting a FishHawk. It'll make a big difference for you.